Some fires are not meant to be put out. They are meant to burn through the darkness and reveal the truth. To those who lied on you, spreading venom like shadows in the night, you didn't just attack a person, you aimed at a force the universe itself chose to protect. But here's the truth. The very poison you threw is now seeping back into your own circle, eating away at your foundation. You thought you could bury the innocent under your lies, but your own hands are unmasking the rot. The enemy is crumbling from within, exposed by the very chaos they created. If you believe in standing strong for those who have been wronged, hit that like button and subscribe now. The more this message reaches the chosen, the stronger our light grows, and every new reach signals YouTube that the truth cannot be silenced. Together, we create a wave too powerful to ignore. Now, to the chosen ones listening, you are not alone. The power that flows through you is a force that shakes your enemies to their core. Being chosen is not just a blessing, it is a living storm that haunts those who try to dim your light. You carry a fire that burns away falsehoods and reveals hidden truths. A fire so fierce it turns lies into ashes and enemies into shadows that flee before dawn. When the universe calls you, it calls you to rise above the noise, above the betrayal. Your light is not accidental. It is a beacon that challenges the darkness, a force that unsettles those who thrive on deceit. The attacks against you were never just personal. They were attempts to fight the very power that the universe placed in your hands. And yet, here you are, unbroken, unstoppable. Imagine yourself as a mountain, unshaken by storms. The winds may howl and the rain may pour, but the mountain remains steadfast. Your enemies are like the storm. They rage fiercely, but cannot move the mountain's core. Every false word they spread is like rain trying to erode your peak, but your foundation is built by the universe itself, unbreakable and eternal. You might have doubted yourself, questioned if you were truly chosen or if your light was enough. But hear this, even in moments of silence and shadow, the universe's power is working through you. It is teaching you patience, strength, and resilience. You are never alone, even when it feels like you stand in the dark. The universe is the greatest ally you have. It responds to your faith in your own light. When you stand firm, you become a living signal, a warning flare that your enemies cannot ignore. The lies they told, the attacks they made, all reflect back on them now. Their own circle is tearing them apart, exposing their true faces. The power you carry is not just for you. It's a force that will cleanse the corruption around you. Remember this, the chosen do not fear the storm. They are the storm. And as the storm passes, the sky clears, revealing a brighter, unstoppable light. This is your time. Stand tall, keep your fire burning, and watch as those who once attacked you are undone by the very darkness they embraced. And now it's time to uncover the truth, piece by piece. If you're truly one of the chosen, you'll feel that undeniable pull to stay with me until the very end. Because this isn't just a story, it's your awakening. Those who lied on you are unraveling, and their own circles can't hide the cracks anymore. So stay close, absorb every word, and prepare to stand stronger than ever before. Let's get into it, because the innocent deserve to be heard, and the truth is about to shine through the shadows. And now we forge through every lie they draped over your name, step by step. Stay close, because if you truly bear the universe's mark, you'll feel its force pulling you deeper into the truth. Watch as every accusation they hurled becomes the weight that crushes their own circle, unraveling them from the inside out. Comment the number 77 below to stand with the innocent and ignite the signal that your transformation has begun. This isn't just a prompt to engage. It's your battleground, your rise. Ready to watch their deceit burn and emerge stronger than ever before. Let's dive into the heart of their betrayal. Number 1. When you play with fire, the universe turns up the heat. They thought they could light a spark and burn you down quietly, behind closed doors, in whispers, in secret shadows. But here's the brutal truth. When you mess with what the universe has chosen, you're not just poking a sleeping giant, you're igniting a wildfire that no lie can contain. Their webs of deceit are unraveling, thread by thread, and the very people they trusted are now turning their backs. You've been labeled the enemy, cast out like a shadow, but what they don't realize is that their own darkness is now eating away at them, exposing their corruption in broad daylight. To those who are listening, feeling the sting of betrayal and isolation, this is your moment. The power of being chosen isn't just some empty phrase. It's a force that moves beneath the surface, shifting realities, pulling strings unseen by the naked eye. When the universe aligns itself with you, it doesn't just stand by quietly. It acts, it disrupts, it dismantles, it delivers justice in ways the world can't ignore. You were never alone in this fight. The very system they thought they controlled was rigged in your favor all along. They were playing with fire, but you, your spirit, are the flame they can never extinguish. Ask yourself this: why do you feel so shaken? Why does doubt creep in like a cold wind on a quiet night? That is the enemy's last attempt to weaken you, to make you question your light, your worth, your purpose. But here's a warning: doubting your own power is giving their poison space to grow. The chosen don't crumble under pressure. They become diamonds, forged by fire and time. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the force that circumstance fears. Every moment you question yourself, you delay the destruction of your enemies. Remember this: the universe doesn't pick just anyone. Being chosen means you carry a light so fierce that it unsettles those wrapped in darkness. It is a presence that haunts their thoughts, a shadow that stretches long and wide across their plans. While they scramble to keep their lies intact, your truth grows stronger, breaking through the fog they tried to create. They thought attacking you would silence you, but every strike only fuels the universe's response. A reckoning that's swift and unforgiving. Think of yourself as the ocean, vast, deep, and unstoppable. The enemies are nothing but storms on your surface, violent but temporary. They may roar and thrash, but in the end, the tide always returns, stronger and more powerful. Their own circle, once silent witnesses or willing participants in the betrayal, are now turning against them, caught in the undertow of their own making. When you stand firm, anchored by the universe's will, no storm can sweep you away. You might feel alone now, but isolation is a cloak the universe uses to prepare its chosen for what's ahead. It's not a punishment, it's a training ground. Like a lone wolf sharpening its senses in the wild, you're being readied for the hunt. The universe is teaching you resilience, patience, and the strength to rise when all seems lost. If you think you are forgotten or forsaken, know this: you are exactly where you need to be, building a power that will shatter the false world built against you. The enemies who lied on you, who spread venom and tried to poison your reputation, they were not just attacking you, but the natural order that protects you. By crossing the line, they triggered a force far beyond their comprehension. It's like playing chess with a master who's already 3 moves ahead. They thought they had control, but the universe had set the board from the start. And now, the pieces are moving, not as they planned, but as they were destined. So to the chosen, this is your call. Stop doubting your light. Stop feeling like the burden is yours alone. You are part of a cosmic design that responds fiercely when its own are threatened. The lies and attacks were never just about you. They were about trying to break the link between you and the universe's power. But that link is unbreakable. You are a force of nature, and when you step into your power, the ground shakes beneath your enemies. They lied on you to everyone, thinking their lies would build walls around your truth. Instead, those walls are crumbling from inside, and the very people who stood with them are turning their eyes away in shame and fear. Your silence, your patience, your resilience are the weapons that will outlast every slanderous word. Now is the time to rise, not just for yourself, but as a beacon for every chosen one who feels the sting of betrayal. You are not a casualty of their war. You are the storm that will bring their empire down. The universe stands with you, fierce and unyielding, ready to turn their lies into the dust beneath your feet. Stand tall, chosen one. The battle is unseen to many, but the victory is already written in the stars. The fire you carry inside is burning brighter than ever, and it's about to consume the shadows that tried to bury you. Number 2. When the house of cards crashes, no one can hide from the fallout. They built their fortress on lies, fragile, brittle walls made from deceit and half-truths, hoping to hide their treachery in the shadows. But no lie, no matter how loud or well-crafted, can hold against the slow but unstoppable pull of truth. The very people who once swallowed their poison, who trusted their false stories, are now waking up to the rot beneath the surface. Doubt is creeping in like a silent assassin, eroding their confidence, turning allies into skeptics, friends into strangers. Their empire of lies is collapsing, and the fallout is brutal. Lies are like smoke. They can cloud the air for a moment, blur vision, cause confusion, but smoke always clears. What remains after the haze is the hard, undeniable truth. And right now, that truth is shining brighter than ever, piercing through the fog these enemies tried to create around you. The universe, patient and precise, has been working quietly behind the scenes, turning gears, setting pieces into motion, making sure justice doesn't just arrive, but crashes through like a tidal wave. The storm they raised against you was meant to break your spirit, to bury you beneath a mountain of false accusations. But storms don't only rage in one direction. They swirl, they twist, and eventually they come back to the place where they were born. Karma has no watch, no ticking clock, only certainty. What they sent out in hatred and lies is now suffocating them. Every word they planted in darkness is now choking their own breath, strangling the very circles they once controlled. You've seen it unfold. Those who stood by their side, those who once nodded in agreement or stayed silent, are starting to question. The foundation cracks are spreading wide. The mask slips. When lies collapse, the aftermath is chaos, confusion, and more importantly, truth coming home to claim what was stolen. Their manipulation was a game, but the universe doesn't play by their rules. It's a system beyond their petty control, and they learn too late that you don't gamble against the cosmic order without losing everything. Ask yourself, have you noticed the shift? How the once steady voices of the enemy now tremble, how their confident claims now echo hollow in empty rooms. That's the sound of a house crumbling from the inside. Every lie told to defame you is a brick pulled from their own walls. Every secret whispered in the dark is a torch lighting the way for their undoing. And you, standing firm in your truth, are the lightning that strikes when the storm breaks. If doubt has ever sneaked into your heart, if you've questioned why the lies held power for a time, understand this. The universe's justice is not instant, but it is inevitable. Like a river carving through rock, it takes time, patience, and relentless force. You are the river, not the rock. The lies were the rock, immovable at first, but now the steady current of truth is washing them away. You might be wondering why the universe lets the enemy raise their voices so loud, why it allows the innocent to suffer before the reckoning. It's because true power isn't about quick wins. It's about endurance. It's about proving that no matter how dark the night, the dawn is coming, unstoppable and fierce. The universe gives space for the lies to reveal themselves so that when the fall happens, it's total and undeniable. That's why those who doubted your power must see this moment clearly. The collapse of lies is the proof that the universe's chosen can never be broken. Imagine the enemy as a spider weaving its web in the dark, each lie a sticky thread meant to trap and ensnare. But the web is fragile. One wrong move, one gust of wind, and it tears apart, leaving the spider stranded and exposed. Their own circle is that wind. The allies they thought were secure are becoming the unraveling force, pulling threads until the whole deceitful structure falls apart. The spider that spun the trap now finds itself caught in its own snare. And to you, the chosen one, who might have felt crushed under the weight of falsehoods, this collapse is your awakening. It's the moment when silence turns into thunder, when patience turns into power. You are not just a survivor, you are a reckoning. The universe is shifting in your favor, shaking the ground beneath those who dared to lie on you. Their world is cracking, and soon it will shatter completely. They tried to drown your truth in noise, but every wave of falsehood only brought you closer to shore. Now watch as their own tides turn against them. Their lies choke their words, suffocate their influence, and leave their circles splintered and gasping for air. The enemies of the innocent are suffocating in the darkness they created, while your light grows stronger, unshaken, undeniable. Remember this, lies are temporary, but truth is eternal. The universe never forgets, never forgives the betrayal of its chosen. The collapse you see unfolding isn't just their downfall, it's your victory in motion. Stand firm, keep your light burning, and watch as the storm you weathered becomes the storm that breaks them. The battle was never yours alone. It was always a cosmic clash, a war between light and shadow. The lies were their weapons, but the universe wields justice as its sword, and that sword is falling now, swift and sharp, cutting through every falsehood, every betrayal, every mask they wore. Hold tight, chosen one. The collapse of their lies is just the beginning. What rises from the ashes will be a force so powerful it will echo through every corner of the world, reminding all that you were never the one to fear. It was always them who underestimated the storm they stirred. Number 3. The silent roar that shakes the world. You were never made to fit quietly into a shadow or to apologize for the truth burning bright inside you. The chosen don't fade away for comfort, and they sure don't bow down to the noise of the crowd. Lions don't bother answering the bleating of sheep, and you, chosen one, are no meek whisper in the storm. You are the thunder itself, a force that demands attention even when the world tries to turn its face away. The power you carry isn't flashy or loud. It's a quiet storm brewing deep within, relentless and unstoppable. It's the kind of strength that doesn't need to shout to be heard, because its presence alone shakes the ground beneath those who try to bury it. You were never meant to shrink or settle for less just to make others feel comfortable. You are a divine light, a blazing fire forged in cosmic flames, created to stand tall, proud, and unbreakable, even when the crowd squirms in discomfort around you. Look back at the betrayal you endured, not as a wound inflicted on you, but as a strike against what you truly represent. It wasn't about you, it was about the power the universe saw in you, the force that unsettled the false kingdoms built on lies and deception. They attacked your name because your truth exposed their falsehoods. They tried to silence you because your light threatened their shadows. But what they couldn't see was that their very attacks only sharpened your roar. Now, watch closely. The same mouths that once spat venom, weaving lies to drag you down, are now breaking their silence and cracking open the truth. The same hands that pointed fingers at you, painting you as the villain, are twisting in confusion and turning against the very lies they helped spread. The enemy's fortress is crumbling from within, betrayal and doubt eating away at their core, and you are the quiet power behind it all. The chosen don't just survive betrayal, they turn it into a weapon. They transform pain into power and silence into a roar that can't be ignored. Your strength lies not in shouting louder than the lies, but in holding your ground with unshakable resolve. When the world expected you to break, you only grew stronger. When they counted on your fall, you rose, fierce and unwavering. You may wonder why the universe places such weight on your shoulders, why being chosen feels like carrying a storm inside. It's because true power doesn't lie in numbers or noise. It lies in being the unwavering force that stands alone when the world turns its back. The universe doesn't call the crowd, it calls the lion who stands fearless in the silence, whose roar echoes long after the others have faded. The quiet power you hold is like the roots of an ancient tree, hidden beneath the soil, but holding everything together. You may not always be seen, but your strength nourishes the ground, breaking rocks and creating new life where once there was only barren earth. The enemy can only see the surface. They underestimate the deep foundation the universe has built inside you. You were never meant to be small or apologetic for your truth. Shrinking yourself to make others comfortable is not your destiny. Your light is a beacon, piercing the darkest nights, guiding those lost in shadows. When the world feels cold and silent, remember, the quiet power of the chosen is the storm that shapes the mountains and carves valleys. It moves in ways others can't predict or control. Those who betrayed you, listen well. You can try to silence the chosen, but the truth has a way of breaking free like wildfire. It spreads faster than your lies and burns hotter than your hatred. Every deceit you spun was a thread in your own noose, tightening with every breath you took against the innocent. Now, the same hands that wielded those threads are unraveling, and the chosen stand taller, their light unyielding. To the chosen who sometimes doubt their strength, stop. The universe's power flows through you, not because you are perfect, but because you are relentless. Doubt is the enemy's last weapon, but it can't stand against the clarity of your purpose. When you feel small, remember the lion who doesn't shrink when the sheep bleat louder. When you question your light, remember it's the flame that keeps the darkness at bay. The quiet power of the chosen isn't about noise or grand gestures. It's about presence. It's the stillness before the storm, the calm that holds the thunder. It's the unshakable belief that no matter how fierce the attack, your light will not be dimmed. You were forged for this moment, to be the force that disrupts, destroys, and rebuilds. This is your reminder. You are not alone. The universe is with you, weaving its strength into your bones, guarding your fire. When they try to make you small, you must stand tall. When they try to silence you, you must roar in silence. The power you hold is quiet but deadly, an unstoppable force that will break every chain forged by lies and betrayal. So rise, chosen one. Stand proud in your truth. The world may try to push you down, but you are the mountain that will not be moved, the lion whose roar will echo for generations. The quiet power inside you is the universe's way of telling the enemy, you have lost. The chosen will always rise. Number 4. When the scales tip, the universe demands reckoning. This war you've been thrust into isn't just a fight between people, it's a battle on a cosmic scale. They challenged the universe's balance itself, thinking they could tip the scales in their favor with lies and deceit. But nothing that goes against the natural order goes unanswered. Every false word they spat, every betrayal they plotted, sent shockwaves rippling through the fabric of reality. And now, the universe is pushing back with a force so relentless, it's breaking their world apart. Their lies are collapsing like a house built on sand, crumbling under the weight of truth and cosmic justice. The very circle they trusted to shield their treachery is fracturing, turning on them with the cold sting of betrayal. Friends become foes, silence turns into accusation, and the fortress of deceit they built is shattering piece by piece. Meanwhile, you, the chosen one, didn't have to lift a finger. The universe itself became your warrior, your shield, and your sword. Maybe you once doubted yourself. Maybe the weight of their lies, the isolation, and the attacks made you question if you were truly chosen, if your light was enough to withstand the storm. But here's the truth: the universe's timing isn't ours. What looked like silence wasn't weakness. It was sacred preparation. It was a fortress of calm around you, building strength beneath the surface while the enemy rushed in blind, thinking they had won. You were never alone. The universe has been quietly realigning the scales, tilting them back toward balance and justice. Your silence was a shield, protecting your power, your essence, and your truth until the right moment. Now, that moment has arrived. The shift is undeniable, powerful, and unstoppable. Think of it like the tide retreating only to surge back with overwhelming force. The enemy thought the ocean was gone, that the waves had died down, but the universe's wave is rising, sweeping away every last trace of their lies and corruption. Their attempts to break you have only fueled this divine reversal, a cosmic reckoning that demands their undoing. You might wonder why the universe allows the innocent to suffer, why it lets the lies spread and the darkness grow before striking back. The answer is this: true power waits for the perfect moment. It watches, learns, and builds until the strike lands so hard it cannot be ignored or denied. Your suffering wasn't ignored. It was a necessary part of the transformation, a sacred fire refining your spirit for what was to come. This isn't just about revenge, it's about restoration. The universe's balance must be restored, and that restoration will clear the path for your rise. Every lie they told, every betrayal they committed has come with a price. And now, that price is being paid in full, with interest. To the enemy who thought they had control, your time is ending. The tables have turned, the scales tipped, and the universe is the judge that will see you undone. No amount of manipulation or deceit can withstand this cosmic reckoning. You played with forces far beyond your understanding, and now you face the consequences. And to you, chosen one, remember this: your silence your endurance, and your faith were never in vain. You were not powerless. You were preparing for victory. The universe's hand is upon you, guiding every step, protecting every move. When the dust settles, it will be clear who stood firm in truth and who fell to their own shadows. This divine reversal isn't just a moment, it's a movement. It's a shift in energy that changes everything, toppling lies, breaking chains, and raising the chosen higher than ever before. The universe stands with you, a silent but unstoppable force that no enemy can defy. So stand tall and embrace the shift. The battle was never yours alone. It was a cosmic war, and now the universe has declared the victor. The scales have tipped, the lies are falling, and your vindication is not just coming, it's already here. Number 5. When the mask cracks, the truth explodes. They thought their lies were flawless, their deceit perfectly crafted, like actors rehearsing a play that no one would question. But no mask, no matter how polished, can hold forever, especially when it's stretched thin over a rotten core. The mask they wore is cracking, breaking apart piece by piece under the relentless pressure of truth. The performance that once fooled so many is now exposed as a farce, a stage show collapsing into chaos. What once seemed smooth, confident, and unshakable now feels hollow and fake. Their stories don't line up anymore. Contradictions pile up like debris in a storm, and the weight of their lies is crushing them from within. Every word they spoke, every accusation hurled, every attempt to hide behind that mask is unraveling faster than they could ever imagine. The cracks grow wider, spreading like wildfire, and soon nothing will remain to hide their true faces. Meanwhile, your presence, the light they tried so desperately to snuff out, is now the spotlight exposing every flaw, every betrayal, every twisted truth they hoped to keep hidden. You were the fire they feared, the heat they couldn't withstand, and now, as their mask slips, that fire is burning brighter than ever, illuminating the darkness they tried to create. You don't need to explain yourself anymore. You don't need to fight every lie or defend every attack. The universe has stepped in, and it's telling your story with a voice louder than any of theirs. It's the cosmic judge that sees all, knows all, and reveals all. Their mask falls away not by your words, but by the undeniable force of the truth you carry. Truth that needs no defense because it is self-evident. Have you noticed how those who once spoke with confidence now stumble, how their smooth lies falter under even the simplest questions? That hesitation is the mask cracking, the act unraveling in real time. Their carefully constructed narrative is collapsing, and their true selves are being dragged into the light, unmasked, vulnerable, and exposed. You might wonder, how did this happen? How does a mask so strong suddenly shatter? It's because lies live on borrowed time. They rely on silence, confusion, and distraction to survive. But your light, your very existence, is a beacon cutting through the fog. It's a force of nature that doesn't just illuminate, but destroys shadows. The universe aligns with that force, creating a perfect storm that no deception can survive. Think of the mask as a fragile shell built to hide a decaying core. The longer the lie lives, the weaker the shell becomes. And you, chosen one, are the hammer breaking that shell apart, revealing what's inside for all to see. This unveiling is not just a moment, it's a reckoning. It's the moment where their false reality crumbles and the undeniable truth stands tall. To those who once doubted your strength, your silence, or your light, this is your answer. The universe is speaking through the cracks in their mask, telling the world who you really are and who they really were. It's a truth so powerful it can't be hidden or twisted. No mask, no lie, no betrayal can stand against it. And to you, the chosen one, who may have felt the weight of their lies like a heavy cloak, shed it now. Let the universe's light cleanse you and lift you higher. Your role is not to carry the burden of their deception alone, but to stand firm in the knowledge that the truth will always rise. You are the storm that dissolves their illusion, the force that shatters their facade. The mask slipping is a warning to the enemy and a call to the chosen. It signals the end of their reign of deceit and the beginning of your rise in undeniable power. What they tried to hide is now out in the open, and there's no turning back. The world is waking up to the real story, and the universe is leading the way. Remember this, no mask can hide the truth forever. Lies crumble when faced with unwavering light, and the universe is the ultimate light bearer. The unveiling is complete, the mask is broken, and your victory is written not in words but in the undeniable glow of truth that surrounds you. Stand tall, chosen one. The mask has fallen, and the world is watching. The universe has spoken, and the truth has won. Now watch as the shadows retreat, and the light of your power shines brighter than ever before. Number 6. When the trap turns into a cage, the hunter becomes the hunted. They laid their trap with cunning hands, weaving lies and schemes like a spider spinning its web, thinking they had you caught, helpless and exposed. They crossed sacred lines, stole your peace in the dead of night, and whispered betrayal behind your back, confident in their control. But what they didn't see was the invisible shield wrapped around you, a divine favor so strong it turned every attack into armor, every blow into fuel for your rise. While they plotted, you were building a power far greater than they could ever understand. Every dart they aimed to wound you only sharpened your edge. Each sting of betrayal became a step up, a rung on the ladder to the strength that now towers above their ruins. The pain they tried to inflict was never meant to break you. It was the cosmic forge that tempered your spirit into something unbreakable. You were covered in a force that no human scheme could penetrate, the favor of the universe itself. Meanwhile, their blessings have been blocked, their energy weighed down by the very darkness they chose to carry. The heavy burden of their deceit and treachery drags them into a slow, suffocating descent. They move like shadows, weighed by chains, their steps faltering under the crushing weight of karma's silent approach. It doesn't rush, but when it strikes, it is precise, unyielding, and impossible to evade. Karma doesn't need to shout or threaten. It works quietly in the background, a relentless force balancing every act, every word, every broken trust. What was stolen from you, your peace, your reputation, your dignity, is now being returned, not as a gentle repayment, but multiplied, a reckoning far beyond their capacity to handle. The universe doesn't settle debts lightly. It collects with interest, and the price they pay will echo through their lives. Ask yourself, how can those who thrive on deception expect to escape when the universe itself is their judge? How can they run when the very energy they've poisoned now circles back, binding them tighter in the cage they set? Their fate isn't random. It's written in the stars, inscribed in the cosmic laws they ignored. Every lie, every betrayal, every stolen moment of peace has been a brick in the walls of their own prison. And you stand free, your wings spread wide, unburdened by their schemes. Your soul is light, carried by the divine winds of favor, lifting you higher while they sink deeper into their own downfall. You are the force of nature they underestimated, the storm that they tried to cage but can never contain. The trap they set to catch you has become their cage. Their freedom is stolen by their own hands. They are trapped not by force, but by the consequences of their actions, a karmic justice that moves quietly but strikes with deadly precision. Their energy, once vibrant and sharp, is now heavy, sluggish, and tainted by the very darkness they cultivated. You might feel the weight of the battle, the exhaustion of standing against the lies and attacks. But remember, each moment you endured, each step you took forward despite the pain, was another link breaking in their chain. You are the key to your own freedom and the lock on theirs. Their downfall is the inevitable result of crossing the line drawn by the universe itself. This isn't just poetic justice, it's cosmic law. What you lost is coming back to you multiplied, restored with a force that no human hand can stop. Your rise is the universe's reply to every false word spoken against you, every secret plot hatched in the shadows. You are the living proof that divine favor is not just protection, but power. A power that transforms wounds into weapons and betrayal into triumph. To those who stand in your way, take heed. The cage is closing. Every step you take in darkness tightens the noose. Every lie you tell builds the bars around you. Karma is patient, but it never forgets. The universe moves in mysterious ways, and its justice is swift and sure. And to you, chosen one, embrace the divine favor that covers you. Know that every attack made you stronger. Every moment of pain was a step toward your unstoppable rise. The universe has your back, balancing the scales, ensuring that what was stolen from you is not only returned, but multiplied beyond measure. This is your time, the time when the trap becomes a cage and the hunter becomes the hunted. Stand tall in your power, knowing that the forces of karma and cosmic justice are working tirelessly on your behalf. The universe is realigning, the scales tipping, and your victory is inevitable. Remember this, divine favor doesn't just protect, it empowers. It turns wounds into wisdom, pain into power, and betrayal into a battleground where you always emerge victorious. The trap they set was meant to bind you, but it became the cage that holds them captive. And you are the key that unlocks freedom and the storm that breaks their chains. Stand strong, chosen one. The universe's justice is coming, and it will leave no lie unpunished, no betrayal unavenged. Your rise is written in the stars, and nothing can stop the force of divine favor that moves with you every step of the way. Number 7. When they come back, it's not for peace, it's for power. They're coming back now, but don't be fooled. This isn't about love, forgiveness, or making things right. It's about loss. They've been exposed, their masks cracked wide open, and now they want access to what they once tried to destroy. But you're no longer the person they left behind. You've grown stronger, wiser, and the gates that once stood open are now guarded with fierce resolve. Discernment is your sharpest weapon. It's the armor forged from experience and the light of your own truth. When they come with words coated in sweetness, remember, apologies can be traps. Not every sorry is sincere. Some are just tactics designed to reopen doors you've firmly closed. Their return is a test, a battle for your boundaries, and you hold the power to decide who enters your life and who stays out. Trust your intuition. Your internal compass is sharper than any voice outside. It senses the difference between genuine remorse and manipulation disguised as kindness. It feels the energy behind words, reading between the lines to protect your peace. This is not the time to lower your guard or soften your stance. The stakes are high and your energy is precious. You've been through the storm, you've faced betrayal, lies, and the darkest moments, and you came out the other side unbroken. You've built walls not out of fear, but out of wisdom, and now it's your duty to guard those gates fiercely. Protect your energy like the treasure it is, because once it's drained, the path back to your power becomes harder to climb. Remember, reconciliation is a two-way street, a genuine bridge built on truth and respect. If they're only after access, control, or to disrupt the peace you've fought so hard to create, then no apology or sweet talk should shake your resolve. You owe yourself the respect of standing firm in your boundaries. This is your time to say no without guilt, to hold space for your healing, and to prioritize your well-being above all else. The universe has aligned in your favor, preparing you to protect the light within. Guarding the gate isn't about closing your heart, it's about choosing who deserves to walk beside you on this journey. Your peace is sacred, your energy is powerful, and your intuition is your guide. Let it lead you away from false promises and back into the safety of your own strength. Stand tall, chosen one, and guard the gate like the warrior you were born to be. The past may try to knock, but only open the door to those who honor your truth. The rest must remain outside, exposed by the light you carry and the wisdom you've earned. Number 8. The rise that no darkness can stop. This is your moment, the sacred rising that was written in the stars long before the storm began. The tables have turned. The scales are tipping with a weight so undeniable, so fierce that the world cannot ignore it. The truth you carried in silence is breaking through like a roaring tide, washing away the lies and false stories that once chained you. The evidence is surfacing, relentless and clear, dismantling every shadowed narrative they built to hold you down. They wanted you to respond with anger, to sink into vengeance and pettiness, to prove their lies by matching their venom. But you chose differently. You didn't clap back. You rose above the noise with a quiet power that only the truly chosen possess. You chose love over hatred, growth over grudges, and peace over chaos. This choice was not weakness, it was your strength, your divine strategy. The universe saw it all, watched your every step, and now, in this sacred moment, it rewards you. Your elevation is no accident. It is the fruit of patience and faith, of enduring storms without losing sight of your light. The universe lifts those who rise with purpose, who refuse to be dragged into darkness by the enemies who tried to bury them. You didn't just survive, you soared. While they wasted energy on destruction, you invested in your growth. This sacred rising is proof that power born of peace is unstoppable. Every lie they spun is unraveling under the weight of divine revelation. The stories they told, designed to break your spirit and isolate you, are collapsing like a house of cards in a hurricane. Their deception is exposed, their intentions laid bare for all to see. The universe does not tolerate falsehoods forever. It uncovers and reveals, shines a light so bright that no shadow can hide in the end. You might feel the magnitude of this moment, like a wave swelling inside, a force too strong to resist. This is the universe honoring your journey, elevating you to a place of abundance, peace, and undeniable power. It's a rise not just in status or fortune, but in spirit and purpose. You stand taller now, not because the world handed you success, but because you earned it by walking through fire with integrity. Ask yourself, what did you gain by holding on to hate or resentment? Nothing but chains. But by choosing love, love for yourself, for your truth, and for the future you deserve, you broke those chains. You opened the door to a new reality, one where abundance flows freely and peace reigns inside. This is the sacred rising, a rebirth fueled by the wisdom of restraint and the strength of self-love. The universe's reward is multifaceted. It's the calm after the storm, the quiet confidence in your steps, the deep knowing that you are on the right path. It's abundance, not just material, but in spirit, relationships, and opportunities that align with your highest good. This is the promise of the chosen, that when you rise above the chaos with grace, the universe lifts you higher than any force of darkness ever could. Those who doubted your light, who wished for your downfall, now witness your rise in disbelief. Their eyes can't help but see the power you hold, power not stolen or fought for in petty battles, but power earned through endurance, faith, and love. The sacred rising silences the noise of the past and sets the stage for your future, bright, limitless, and unshakable. Remember, this is not just a moment, it's a movement, a shift so profound it changes everything it touches. The universe is calling you to step fully into this new chapter with courage and humility. The path ahead is yours to claim, paved by the strength you cultivated in silence and the light you refused to dim. The sacred rising is also a reminder. The universe rewards those who choose the higher road. While enemies clawed at your heels, trying to pull you down into the mud, you flew above with wings made of resolve and grace. Now, you are a beacon, a living testament to the power of rising with love instead of falling with hate. So stand tall, chosen one. Embrace this sacred rising with open arms and an open heart. The tables have turned and the scales are tipped in your favor. The truth is yours, shining brighter than ever. The stories they built to break you are gone, replaced by your story, one of triumph, abundance, and peace. This is your moment. The universe is with you, elevating you beyond the reach of darkness. Rise fully, rise fearlessly, and let the world see the unstoppable power of the chosen. Now that you've witnessed the unstoppable rise of truth and the fall of lies, it's time to stand firmly in your power. This journey isn't over, it's just beginning. If you're ready to embrace your light and rise above the darkness, show your strength by liking this video, subscribing to stay connected, and sharing this message with fellow chosen ones. Drop the number 77 in the comments to signal your commitment to growth and transformation. Together, we amplify the truth and break every chain. Stay strong, chosen one. The universe is on your side.